Good morning. The 36th District Court in the state of Michigan is now in session with the Honorable Tenisha Yancey presiding. While court is in session, there will be no talking, sleeping, lying down, driving, no wearing of any hair garments unless it's for religious purposes only, no chewing of any gum or reading of any material. And you must be properly dressed when the judge asks you to turn on your cameras. Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning to all of you.
Good morning, Judge.
As stated, you are now technically in my courtroom, so if you would not do it in my courtroom, please do not do it on my Zoom, in the Zoom courtroom. Ms. Gaten Robinson,
Yes, Your Honor.
how would you like to proceed?
Can we do the
I
dismissal
have a-
first?
I have, yeah, she has them in order.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. Heads up.
Hey, good morning, Judge.
Good morning. I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm here for the behalf of Mr. Boyd.
He's going last. He's gonna be our
Oh,
last.
you gonna be
person.
last? Okay.
Now calling the people versus Daryl Jerome Brown Jr., ticket number Z808907. One count of OWI, which is a high BAC. Please state your appearance for the record.
Attorney Phyllis Gaten Robinson, P 71733 on behalf of Mr. Brown. Mr. Brown, can you please unmute your device, Daryl Brown, and state your name?
Daryl Brown.
Your Honor, today is the date and time set for trial. Trial was set at 8:35. The officer is not present. It is 11:09, and we're seeking a dismissal of this matter.
Okay.
I have made Mr. Brown aware because of the seriousness of the charge. Because this is a dismissal without prejudice, there's a strong potential that the matter will be reissued, Your Honor.
I certainly hope so. But I'm trying to figure out which one is the actual officer. Is it Toma or is it John? One moment, please. Mm-mm. So Jones is just person who's over there.
That's his whole name. That's the whole name.
So the court has verified and confirmed that Officer Stephanie Toma has not checked into the courtroom either virtually or in person. Therefore, very reluctantly, this court will dismiss this matter without prejudice. Mr. Brown, please do
Yes.
not let me back into my courtroom. I'm gonna notate this file because you're literally getting a get out of jail free card today with the officers not appearing. And so I expect for you to use this wisely. I am going to notate this file because I do not want to see you back in my courtroom on an OWI ever again. You're free to go. Sir.
Thank you.
Oh, yeah, he's the one that I like to open up now. Just don't mess. A little more manageable. Now calling the people versus Clement Brown Jr. The one on the right. The ones on the right. Ticket number P1243468, one count of driving unregistered or untitled vehicle. Ticket number P1283222, one count of driving unregistered or untitled vehicle, one count of no insurance misdemeanor. Please state your opinions for the record, starting with the attorney.
Attorney Gaten Robinson on behalf of Mr. Clement Brown. Mr. Brown, please state your name for the record.
Clement Brown Jr.
Your Honor, Mr. Brown has provided documentation today, and as a direct result, there is an offer for a dismissal with a stipulation to probable cause. We do so stipulate.
Does he have a valid driver's license now?
1 second, hold on.
I know that these weren't driver's license tickets. I'm asking for another ticket that's in the file that we're checking to see what the status of the ticket is.
I didn't
It's
talk to
closed.
him about his driver's license.
Never mind, Ms. Gator Robinson, it's closed. So since an officer of the court has verified that you do have current registration and current auto insurance, Mr. Brown, this case will be dismissed without prejudice. Make sure that you're keeping these documents in the vehicle with you at all times, sir.
Okay.
You're free to go. Where's my pen? My ink pen. She moved it. She just moved it. Okay. All right, one moment. You want me to do this? Let me just look for it. Sit in the back, but I ain't been here. Sit here. Let me see you, 'cause I wanna know. Now calling the People versus Tourist, Leonard Bird, ticket number P1399900, one count of no insurance misdemeanor. Please state your opinions for the record, counsel.
Attorney Gaten Robinson on behalf of Mr. Byrd. Mr. Byrd, please state your name for the record.
Taurus Bird.
Your Honor, Mr. Byrd has been made an offer for a dismissal with a stipulation of probable cause. We do so stipulate.
And it is being dismissed for,
Pursuant
has
to
valid documentation, Your
Your Honor.
thank you. Thank you. So the court has confirmed or verified, well, the court will acknowledge that an officer of the court has verified that Mr. Byrd has valid insurance. Therefore, this matter will be dismissed without prejudice. Mr. Byrd, same for you. Make sure you're keeping the documents in the vehicle with you, sir, at all times.
Thank you. Yes, ma'am.
You're free to go.
All right.
Now calling the People versus Charlton, Edward Boyer, ticket number P1452366, one count of driving unregistered untitled vehicle, one count of no proof of insurance. Please state your opinions for the record.
Attorney Gaten Robinson on behalf of Mr. Boyer. Mr. Boyer, please state your name for the record. Your device is muted, sir.
I'm sorry, Charlton Edward Boyer.
Your Honor, Mr. Boyer provided documentation of valid provided valid documents to me this morning, Your Honor. I spoke to the prosecutor about it. There's an offer for dismissal with the stipulation to probable cause. We do so stipulate.
Thank you. So the court will acknowledge that an officer of the court has verified valid car insurance and registration for Mr. Boyer. Therefore, these matters will be dismissed without prejudice. You are free to go, Mr. Boyer. Make sure you're keeping the documents in the vehicle with you at all times, sir.
Thank you, Your Honor. Have a great day.
So thank you. This thing is stuck together. All right. Now calling the People versus Samuel Joseph Brewer, ticket number P145131. Scratch that. Ticket number P145137, count 1, driving unregistered untitled vehicle, count 2, no valid registration certificate, count 3, no proof of insurance, ticket number P14511906, 1 count of registration and or plate violation, no plates. Please state your appearance for the record, Counselor.
Attorney Gaten Robinson on behalf of Mr. Brewer. Mr. Brewer, please say your name for the record.
Samuel Joseph Brewer.
Your Honor, Mr. Brewer has been made a very generous offer to plead to the charge, the civil infraction of no insurance. And the other matters will be dismissed. He does have his registration currently.
Okay, is that to the civil infraction?
Yes, it was my understanding with my conversation with Attorney Geiger that the insurance count on his matter was a civil infraction. That's why.
That's correct.
Yes.
Okay. And do you stipulate to the four corners of the ticket for for factual basis?
Yes, Your Honor.
Stipulate to probable cause for dismissals?
Yes, Your Honor.
And Mr. Brewer, you understood that to be the plea and you're accepting that plea, is that correct?
Yes, I am.
All right, so the court is going to enter a plea of responsible to ticket number ending in 1371, count 3, no proof of insurance, dismissing the other 3 matters without prejudice. 195. And the fines and fees assessed in this matter are going to be $195, Mr. Brewer. Are you able to pay
Okay.
that within the next 2 weeks, or do you need 30 days?
Miss, can you give me 30 days, please?
Yes.
I will
August
pay it.
7th.
I'll pay it within the next 2 weeks, but I say 30 days because I don't want to, I'm saying I don't want to get down on myself because I got
No
things
problem, Mr. Brewer. That is just fine. You can actually pay it in partial payments as long as it's all paid by the date the judge gives you. You can pay it
Okay.
online at 36districtcourt.org or those DivDAP machines that are throughout the city where you can pay your utility bills. They have a 36 district link on there. You'll look up your name, you'll find this ticket, and then you can make payments on the ticket. But listen, make sure you take that machine exact change because it's not going to give you any change, to my understanding.
Okay, so my ticket is $195.
Yes, sir.
195 is due on August 7th. If you don't pay it by August 7th, Mr. Brewer, you do need to be back here in front of me on this same Zoom at 8:30 that morning, sir.
Yes, ma'am. I will have it paid off. Thank you.
All right, you're free to go. Thank you.
Thank you, guys. Thank you so much.
Everyone else
Now-
that's taken a plea, that information was for you too with regards to your options of how to pay.
Now calling the People versus Micah Janice Brown, ticket number P14063444, count 1, expired plates, count 2, drove while license not valid or improper license. Please state your appearance for the record, starting with the attorney.
Attorney Gaten Robinson on behalf of Ms. Micah Brown. Ms. Brown, please state your name for the record.
Micah Janice Brown.
Your Honor, Ms. Brown had the improper plates matter was in default. We are asking that the court set aside that default. I have spoken to brother counsel, and it's my understanding that he has no objection to that.
The court will set aside the default.
Your Honor, with regards to Ms. Brown's offer, she's going to plead to 1 count of failure to display, and that civil infraction will be dismissed.
And she's pleading to failure to display.
Yes, Your Honor.
Is that your understanding of the plea, Ms. Brown?
Yes,
You had an opportunity to talk to Attorney Gaten Robinson in the breakout room. Did she advise you of your rights?
yes,
Did you understand your rights?
yes,
Did anyone threaten you, force you, or promise you anything in exchange for a guilty plea today?
no,
Are you pleading guilty on your own free will?
yes,
Are you pleading guilty because you actually are guilty?
yes,
Please raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you give today will be the truth and the entire truth?
yes.
Okay, you can put your hand down. I'm gonna turn your attention to November 15th, 2022. Were you driving a 2014 black Ford?
Yes,
And were you driving in the area of Livernois and Finkel in the city of Detroit?
yes,
Did you come in contact with the Detroit Police Department on that day?
yes,
When asked to produce a valid driver's license, were you able to do so?
no,
Okay. Satisfied, counselor?
I am satisfied, Your Honor.
Stipulates probable cause on the dismissal.
Yes, Your Honor.
The court is also satisfied and will enter a guilty plea on behalf of Ms. Brown for failure to display, for the amended charge of failure to display, and dismissing the count one, which is a civil infraction of expired plates without prejudice. The failure to display, Ms. Brown, is going to be $220. Can you pay that within the next 14 days, or do you need 30 days?
30 days.
It's gonna be due on August 7th. If you don't pay it by August 7th, you do need to appear back here in my courtroom on this Zoom at 8:30 that morning, ma'am.
Okay.
You're free to go otherwise, unless you have any questions.
No, thank you.
You're welcome. Have a good day.
You too.
Okay.
August 7th, 30. Yes, yes. Boy. And then there's another one, but this is our consent. Where's this? Consent report. Mhm.
I'm sorry.
Okay. We're at the end. Two. Now calling the people versus Donald Timothy Bowman.
Oh, Your Honor, I'm sorry. I don't know if you know that do you see Corporal Catlin here for Miss Brown? I know you usually like to get the officers out. I just noticed that we
Yes.
haven't called that case.
Yes, did we call? Hold on. Did I
Yvonne
call?
Brown.
I never did log into Zoom, so I don't see anybody.
Okay.
I'm only looking at the screen and it doesn't show me.
So Corporal Catlin is here for Yvonne Brown.
Okay. Is that the only officer we have?
Yes, the other one would
Now.
be.
Okay, all three counts for her, yeah. Now calling the people versus Yvonne Lynn Rucker Brown, ticket number P1440092, count one, allowing unlicensed driver to drive, count two, no insurance misdemeanor, count three, expired plates. Please state your appearance for the record, Counselor.
Attorney Gaten Robinson on behalf of Miss Brown. Miss Brown, can you say your name for the record?
Yvonne Brown.
Officer? State your name for the record.
Corporal Catlin? Catlin,
Yes, ma'am.
say your name for the record, please.
Corporal Catlin, Detroit Police Department, badge 2717.
Today's the
Yeah.
date and time. Okay, go ahead.
Miss Brown is taking a plea of responsible to the expired plates.
That's it?
Yes, Your
Everything
Honor.
else is dismissed?
Yes, Your Honor.
That's a good plea, Miss Brown. Did you understand the plea and you accept that plea?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so the court will enter a responsible plea on your behalf for the expired plates, which is ticket number ending in 0092, count three, counts one and two will be dismissed without prejudice. Stipulates probable cause on the dismissals
Yes, Your Honor.
and stipulate to the four corners of the ticket for the factual basis on the expired plates.
Yes, Your Honor.
Miss. You have that amount already?
Hmm.
You have the amount?
145.
Ms. Brown, the court is gonna assess a fines and fees of $145. Are you able to pay that within 2 weeks or do you need 30 days?
30 days, please, ma'am.
So it's due on August 7th. If you don't have it paid by August 7th, you do need to appear back here on this same Zoom at 8:30
Okay.
that morning.
All right.
You're free to go.
Thank you very much. Have a good day.
You're welcome. Have a good one.
Bye-bye.
Thank you, Corporal. You're free to go.
Thank you, ma'am. Have a good one.
Thank you,
Thank you.
Corporal
You too.
Catlin.
You too, sir.
Now calling the people versus Timothy. No, I'm sorry. Scratch that. Now calling the people versus Donald Timothy Bowman, ticket number P1447371. Count 1, drove while license not valid or improper license. Count 2, improper plates. Ticket number P1447372. Count 1, driving unregistered untitled vehicle. Count 2, no insurance misdemeanor. Ticket number P1447374. Count 1, driver allow passenger ride without seatbelt properly secured. Please state your appearance for the record, Counselor.
Attorney Gaten Robinson on behalf of Mr. Bullman. Mr. Bullman, can you say your name for the record?
Apologies, but you gave me your phone number here.
Donald Bowman.
Your Honor, Mr. Bullman has been made a generous offer where he will plead to one count of
Right. He came in. He came in to.
failure
he
to
came
display and one count of improper plates, and the other matters will be dismissed.
till-
He'd like to take advantage of that.
Someone was supposed to have reached out. I don't know if they reached out to you.
One moment, please.
Sure. I'm resending over. So I'm trying to explain something. I'll try to reschedule the date to see if somebody else will reach out to me. Okay. Devon, okay. And what's the address? That's where it's going.
That's a discussion, but.
Yes, it's going to be sent to the.
Maybe you wanted to do the fucking.
Would you?
I am waiting for the clerk to get off the phone and check the ones that, I don't know if they're in default or if there's just a fee that's due on some closed matters. It's $50 each. But while we wait for that to happen, have we reached a resolution on the
Are you missing?
Boyd matter? On the contempt matter?
You want me to go get them?
Have we reached a resolution on that?
I'll have to discuss that further with, Ms.
Oh,
Robinson.
okay.
I don't know,
Okay.
am I doing that matter, or did I just hear somebody else come in the courtroom and say they were doing the in-person matter? I thought I heard somebody come in and say they were doing it. I don't mind either way, but I thought somebody said they were doing it.
You didn't hear anybody come in this courtroom saying that they're doing it.
I thought
That was
somebody
the-
came in and said they were here on the Boyd matter.
No,
Yeah,
the
that was the security
guard.
officer saying that he
Oh.
wanted to go to work. He needed to go to work. And that's not my responsibility.
They all know worse than.
All right, so Mr. Bowman has several cases that are in warrant status. Ticket number SP 1208780.
I shouldn't have had
count
no
one.
warrant.
Excuse me,
Mr.
sir.
Bullman, you gotta wait until the judge talks, okay? You'll have an opportunity. Please be quiet.
I repeat, Mr. Bowman has several cases that are in warrant status. Ticket number SP 1208780. Count 1, improper plates. Count 2, no insurance misdemeanor. Count 3, driver's license revoked. Oh, shoot. Ticket number SP 1213436. Count 1, license improper. Count 2, unregistered untitled vehicle. Count 3, no insurance misdemeanor. Ms. Gaten Robinson, I need to take a brief recess, 2 minutes.
Yes, Your Honor.
Miss Robinson, you want to meet me in breakout room 2?
Yes, here I come.
Court is back in session on this matter. We just went on the record for the Ballman matter and called 6 additional cases on the record that are in default. Madam, Ms. Gaten Robinson, how would you like to proceed? More in status, I'm sorry. Ms. Gaten Robinson?
They went into the breakout room.
Oh, everybody did?
Yes.
Is she going to the breakout room with him about this?
Yes, she went to the breakout room for it. Hey, Luke, question for you. Did you give her another offer for Mr. Donald Boatman? Or do we want to just reschedule all his matters for another day?
Well, could you just tell me what the year was on those other two citations? Were those
I can.
thank you.
They both were from June 2021. Both citations.
2021. Okay.
Yeah, one June 2nd, the other one was June 10th, June 12th, I'm sorry.
All right. So Ms. Gaden, I don't know if you wanted to talk to Mr. Bowman.
I don't think she's out here. Is she
I'm
out
right here.
Oh, sorry.
You
Ms.
said
Bowman, go
the
ahead.
tickets are from June 2021. We're live on YouTube. Can we do Miss Bansell? Because her stuff is easy. Mr. Bullman has extra stuff.
No, Mr. Bowman is gonna get a new date.
Okay.
Have you already worked out a plea agreement for Mr. Bowman?
No, that was on the tickets that were on the docket, but then you said that he has
Right.
other matters that are in warrant status.
Yeah, I need
Okay.
a new plea.
So we're, Mr. Bowman? So Ms. Gaden Robinson, so first of all, we're back on the record for on the Donald Lee Bowman matter. Is it Donald Timothy? It's two different
That's
names.
my dad. You guys are pulling up my dad.
It's
That's
two different
why.
names. That may be
That's
right.
exactly why.
Wait one moment. Mr. Bowman, thank you for clarifying, but let us see what needs to be done.
Yeah, I just had court 2 weeks ago, so I'm sorry I'm interrupting or anything, but I just had two.
So you should know better, and you continue to do the same thing. Stop. Just be quiet and give
You
us a
guys
moment.
you guys are about to re-adjourn my court date and everything
Give
for
us a
something
moment,
that has
Mr.
nothing to do with
Bowman.
me.
Give us a moment to look it up. Just be
Mr.
quiet and give
Bowman,
us
but
a moment.
you do have to let the process, we do have to let the process play out, okay? I have discovered that there is a file with Donald Lee Bowman, while I have tickets with Timothy, Donald
No, these
Timothy
are his
Bowman.
tickets. He's Lee, right?
Which one are you, Mr. Bowman?
He's Lee.
He's Timothy.
I'm Donald Timothy Bullman. There's
Timothy.
two different
So this-
years. There's an 01 and I don't know what year my dad is born.
Okay, Mr. Bowman, Mr. Bowman. No, I'm not doing this, Mr. Bowman.
Listen, so these right here, so this thing right here.
Them are his. These
All
are
those
not,
are here?
these are not his.
The ones in warrant status
The ones in warrant status is not his.
are not his.
Right.
Okay, so we can
Yeah, we can
continue
continue with his.
with the one, and so these are his dad's. I need a new file for this.
No, just give me those right
I want the file says his dad's name,
Oh, I do. Okay, let me have his stuff.
so you can, so I need a file for him. You get what I mean? Okay, right. All right, so we are back on the record once again for Donald Timothy Bowman. I have read into the record some additional cases that were under Donald Lee Bowman. It is the court's mistake that those were in warrant status. Mr. Bowman, if you could tell your dad that he has a few tickets in warrant status, you be doing him a favor.
I'm
However,
sure
we
he has
do-
a lot more than just them. So
Okay. Okay, but we're live on YouTube, so we're not gonna go into detail about his matter. We're here on your matters, which I will read back into the record just so that we're clear about which cases are actually Mr. Donald Timothy Bowman's matters. We have ticket number P1447371, count 1, drove while license not valid or improper license, count 2, improper plate. Ticket P1447372, count 1, driving unregistered untitled vehicle, count 2, no insurance misdemeanor. Ticket P1447374, count 1, driver allowing passenger to ride without a seatbelt properly secured. Ms. Gaden Robinson has already stated her appearance for the record. We have a plea agreement that was reached for the FTD. He will plead to the FTD, dismissing all other counts. Is that your understanding of the plea agreement, Mr. Bowman?
Your
Now,
Honor,
if he would plead to
interrupt.
do a fleet with failure to display and improper plates is the offer that I was made, Your Honor.
Thank you.
I was actually wondering
That's
if I
correct,
could
Judge.
plead by any chance having somebody else drive without a license because I'm trying to get my license back next month, come August 21st.
What have you done to try to get your license back?
Honestly, I've paid all my tickets besides the one that I have recently and this one, and I'm gonna pay those before anything else happens. So I'm paid off everything. I got everything squared. I'm just waiting on the date, and it's hard to do anything with I'm a mobile mechanic. I gotta go here, go there, go with tools, and I can't go on the bus with no tools or nothing.
Okay, but Mr. Bullman, sometimes we talk too much, right? And what I need you not to do is to keep talking about how you're continuing to drive on the record.
No, I get that. I'm not saying I'm driving. I'm saying like it's hard.
Is there a motion to amend or
Your Honor, can we? I will ask Brother Counsel if he would consider entertaining the possibility of allowing him to plead to allowing an unlicensed person to drive.
Attorney Luke Garinger, P 85677, appearing on behalf of the city of Detroit. The people would have no objection to amend the plea as recommended by Ms. Robinson, which would be plead to the SP 144737111, and then to allowing an unlicensed driver to drive, and SP 144737112, driving with improper plates. The remaining matters would be dismissed.
Do you wish to accept that plea agreement, Mr. Bowman?
Yes, ma'am.
That plea offer, I should say. And you had an opportunity to talk to Attorney Gaten Robinson in the breakout room. Did she advise you of your right?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand your right?
Yes, I did.
Did anyone threaten you, force you, or promise you anything in exchange for a guilty plea?
No.
Are you pleading guilty on your own free will?
Yes, ma'am.
And are you pleading guilty because I need you to be still, sir? If you were
there's a
standing in
dog
front of me in court, I want you to do exactly what you would do if you were in court right now. Are you pleading guilty because you actually are guilty?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you give today will be the truth and the entire truth?
Yes, ma'am.
You can put your hand down, turning your attention to April 20th, 2023. Were you driving a 1998 black Honda?
Yes, ma'am.
Were you in the area of West Warren and Greenview in the city of Detroit?
Yes, ma'am.
And did you come in contact with the Detroit Police Department on that day, sir?
Yes, ma'am.
When asked to produce a valid driver's license, were you able to do so?
No.
And the vehicle, the 1998 Honda, did it have proper plates on the vehicle at that time?
No, ma'am.
Satisfied, counselor?
I am satisfied, Your Honor.
Stipulate the probable cause on the dismissal?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, so the court is also satisfied and will enter a guilty plea on behalf of Mr. Bowman for allowing an unlicensed driver to drive, which is an amended charge for count 1 on ticket number ending in 7371. Count 2, we will enter a guilty plea for improper plates. Mr. Bowman, the fines and fees in this matter are going to be $440. Are you able to pay that within the next 2 weeks, or do you need 30 days?
Most likely 30 days. I already got the 220 from last week.
Okay, so it's going to be due August 7th. If you don't pay it by August 7th, you do need to appear back here on the same Zoom at 8:30 a.m. that morning.
All right. Now, by any chance, if I'm not able and I appear back on.
Sir, hold on, sir. The rest of the matters on ticket number 7372, counts 1 and 2, ticket number 7374, count 1 will be dismissed without prejudice. You have questions?
Yes, ma'am.
What are your questions?
I was wondering if I didn't pay it by the 17th and I showed up to Zoom court, would I be able to get a extra week or 2?
It's not the 17th, it's the 7th. So first I need you to take the date right.
Yes, 7th. All right.
Okay.
You can ask for an extension at that time with reasonable explanation. I may grant an extension. However, I will say that we are being super lenient today. So I'm not sure how much grace I'm going to give on that day.
I mean, I'm sure I'll be able to pay somewhat, but 440 plus the other 220s kind of,
If you make a good faith effort to pay those, because I do understand that you have some other tickets that you need to work on as well. If you make a good faith effort to pay down the 440, I will grant an extension.
I already appreciate you.
You're welcome. You're free to go, sir. You still have, but Hannah,
One more person.
oh, who then? Because I got three.
Chelsea.
Chelsea. No. You want all these back?
Yes.
One more, and then we have the in-person here. Chelsea, what's that one? Oh, thank you. Now calling the people versus Chelsea Manuela Banzal Duncan. Ticket
Yes.
number P1455161. Count 1, failure to yield of right of way. Count 2, no insurance misdemeanor. Count 3, failure to display ballot operator's license not on person. Please state your opinions for the record, Counselor.
Attorney Gaten Robinson on behalf of Ms. Mansell, please state your name for the record.
Chelsea Manuela Bansell Duncan.
Your Honor, she's been made an offer to plead to the amended charge of blockading traffic. She would like to take advantage of that. It's okay to mute yourself, Ms. Mansell.
And she's pleading to one count of blockading, you said?
Yes, Your Honor. She provided
that in-
documentation for her other matters.
Oh, okay. The court had verified a ballot operator's
She
license?
emailed it to me.
Okay.
I didn't verify it.
Her documentation, Your Honor.
It's a valid operator's license. Who was able to verify that she has a valid operator's license?
She emailed me her license, Your Honor.
Ms. Gaynor Robinson, you know that doesn't mean that they're valid.
Well, can the clerk run her SOS then? She
Yes,
emailed me her
please.
license is not expired until 2024.
Will you please run her?
I think I took this out. This is what I took. This is what I took.
This is the show cause? But I'm asking, do you, hold on.
I just put that ticket up.
Okay, so it is in fact valid. However, just a copy of the license doesn't give us that indication. So the court we're back on the record, first of all, on the Chelsea Banzel Duncan matter. And the court has verified that the driver's license is actually valid. And the blockading, Ms. Gaten Robinson, are you going to stipulate to the four corners of the ticket for a factual basis?
Yes, Your Honor.
Stipulate to probable cause for the dismissals?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. And Ms. Duncan, you understood that plea and you wish to accept the plea, is that correct?
Yes.
All right, so the court is going to enter a plea of responsible for blockading, which is count 1 on ticket number ending in 5161, and dismiss count 2 and 3 without prejudice. The blockading, the fines and fees and such are going to be $175. Can you pay that within the next 2 weeks, or do you need 30 days?
Can I get 30 days, please?
Okay, it'll be due on August 7th. If you don't have it paid by August 7th, you need to appear back here on this same Zoom at 8:30 that morning, ma'am.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Have a good day.
You too, bye-bye.
All right. Did we have an agreement for Mr. Boyd yet?
Your Honor, I think that Mr. Boyd is going to need to be assigned individual counsel and another date. I don't have the transcript of what happened. His explanation of what happened to me honestly makes no sense. It doesn't line up with what happens daily. If he's not going to tell me what happened and I don't have a transcript, I can't fully represent him.
Okay,
So
we need to put that on the record.
Yes, Your
I
Honor,
like to-
Attorney Luke Garinger. Essentially, Ms. Robinson and I stipulated to an adjournment.
Can we put, oh, okay, can I call, I just want to call the case and put all of this on the record, sir. Okay. Now calling the People versus Lamont Aaron Boyd. Ticket number P1409202, one count of disorderly public intoxication. Ticket number SP 1409221, one count of contempt of court. Please state your appearance for the record.
Your Honor, is my client in the courtroom?
Yes, he is.
Okay, I can't see him on my view. That's why I asked. Attorney Phyllis Gayton Robinson, P71733, on behalf of Mr. Boyd. Mr. Boyd, can you please say your name for the record?
Aaron Boyd.
Okay, so today was the date and time. I believe it was set for. Let me make sure that. It was set for the contempt of court hearing. The original charge was the disorderly. Ms. Gayton Robinson, you're not ready to proceed?
Your Honor, no. I think that Mr. Boyd should be assigned individual counsel and a transcript of the event should be produced.
Provided.
Mr. Boyd has indicated to me that he only his phone only hung up or disconnected from a Zoom hearing. And that does not line up with anything that would result in a contempt of court. In my experience in 3 years of doing Zoom, phones disconnect all the time and people aren't called in for contempt hearings. So
Okay.
I know that a defense attorney, in order to best defend him, would at least need to know what happened or what allegedly happened. And I can't do that today without information.
Understood.
Yes, good afternoon, Your Honor. Attorney Luke Garinger, P85677, appearing on behalf of the city of Detroit. The people would have no objection to adjourning this matter pursuant to Ms. Gaydenson's representations to obtain additional discovery in order to go forward with this hearing. So we would also be stipulating essentially to an adjournment of this matter.
Okay, and since Ms. Gayton Robinson may not be the attorney of record, she will not be the person getting or obtaining the discovery. However, the court will grant an adjournment. We'll adjourn this until July 31st, 2023 at 8:30 a.m. Another in-person hearing. You would need to, before you leave today, you provide the court officer with your phone number so that we can get an attorney to represent you properly. So that they can have a copy of the transcript. This actually may get assigned to another judge as well for the actual contempt hearing. A notice will go out and he will be contacted by House counsel to assign him with a court-appointed attorney and to obtain discovery.
Your Honor, can the court have him fill out the form while he's there? For it to be submitted for assigned counsel, because we had an issue earlier.
What was the issue?
We had an issue earlier with a different gentleman where he believed that he was going to have assigned counsel, but he had not had any contact with them. So we rescheduled this matter, but I don't know that his form was, I'm sorry.
It's all done electronically and his form was sent. I sent several forms and nobody's been responding to them. So that's House counsel.
So Ms. Gayton Robinson, I believe that there has been some type, and this will go off we'll have this discussion off the record. However, while we're still on the record for Mr. Boyd's matter, we'll make sure that it gets submitted properly. There are some cases that House counsel do not feel are court-appointed types of cases, if that makes any sense.
Okay.
And we can have a further discussion off the record.
No worries.
All right. So your return date, sir, is going to be July 31st at 8:30 a.m. And someone will contact you as soon as you're gonna write down your phone number for us to make sure that you do have a court-appointed attorney assigned to you in person.
Your Honor,
You need an ink pen, too. I got an ink pen.
Your
somewhere.
Honor,
Yes, ma'am. Yes,
does
ma'am.
the court have the actual indigent defense form where he has to fill in his income, his address, his email address? Because if that didn't happen with the last person, that might be why they didn't get counsel. There's an official form.
Okay.
The phone number is not enough.
We have not been
Never
given,
received them forms.
we haven't been given a form, but we have been able to assign other people house counsel, so we'll go off. on
Okay,
YouTube.
no worries. The judges have sent, judge had emailed